hi, didn't see you there. Okay, I know what you're wondering. Why is this guy sitting behind a drum kit? Well, I'm here to bridge the two worlds of English and music. So if you want to follow along during this lesson, feel free to read the transcript that I posted in the description box. So how will I bridge these two separate disciplines? Well, today we'll be looking at how you can analyze songs just like poems. After all, songs are just sung or rapped poems. I understand why some students don't like the poetry units in their English class. Sometimes poems can be hard to relate to or difficult to understand. But did you know that by listening to music, you're actually interacting with poetry? Isn't that mind-blowing? This is why I believe that song lyrics can be used as a helpful tool in the classroom to help get students, such as yourself, engaged and interested in poetry. So before we can start analyzing songs like poems, we must discuss what we look for in analyzing poetry. When we analyze poetry, we tend to focus on poetic devices. Poetic devices are essentially tools used by poets that develop meaning, create rhythm, and make their poems sound good when read out loud. So let's take a look at a few poetic devices with some examples from the world of music. Okay, so metaphors are figures of speech that compare two things that are not the same but have something in common. So here's an example. When Justin Timberlake sings "I Got That Sunshine in My Pocket" on his song "Can't Stop the Feeling," he doesn't actually have sunshine in his pocket. He's using this metaphor to convey his happiness, and it works well because sunshine is often associated with being happy. So similes are like metaphors, but the main difference is that similes use words such as like, than, spelled with an A, or as, to make a comparison between two different things. So here's an example. On Outkast's song ATLians, Big Boy raps, "I'm cooler than a polar bear's toenails." Here, Big Boy compares himself to a polar bear by using the word than, again spelled with an A, to make himself seem cool, which makes this lyric a pretty clever example of a simile. So alliteration is used to create flow when poems are read or sung out loud. Alliteration happens when a number of words that start with the same sound or letter are used together in a sentence. So here's an example. In the Beatles' legendary song "Let It Be," the lyric "whisper words of wisdom, let it be" repeats the W sound. Again, that's whisper words of wisdom. And this adds to the flow of the song. So a rhyme scheme refers to the pattern of rhymes at the end of each line of a poem or song. If poets were chemists, a rhyme scheme would be the formula they use to make a poem. Here's an example. A Tribe Called Quest's song "Buggin' Out" follows an AABB rhyme scheme for most of the song. Here are some lyrics from the song that use this rhyme scheme. When you bug out, you usually have a reason for the action. Sometimes you don't, it's just for mere satisfaction. People be hounding, always surrounding, pulsing, just like a migraine pounding. Okay, so this is considered an AABB rhyme scheme because action rhymes with satisfaction at the end of the first two lines, and at the end of the next two lines, surrounding rhymes with pounding. Okay, and imagery is descriptive language used by the author to paint a picture in the mind of the reader. Imagery can establish the mood of a poem and what kind of emotional response the reader may have. Here's an example from the world of music. Lil Nas X's hit song "Old Town Road" uses cowboy imagery throughout the song to add some country flavor. So here's some lyrics from that song. "I got the horses in the back, horse tack is attached, hat is matte black, got the boots that's black to match." So by using horses and black colored cowboy clothing, Lil Nas X paints a picture of a cool cowboy, and this adds to the song's country appeal. So based on all of these examples, it is apparent that music can be analyzed in the same way as poetry. Poetry is not irrelevant, as most people listen to music on a daily basis. So for next class, you may bring in a song of your choosing and discuss its poetic devices, and then we will move on to learning about more conventional poetry. All right, thanks a lot for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video.